Hello. Today is May 23rd and Pub Talk is back. Today, we're going to talk about the NFL schedule release. Not so much football, though. We're going to have a big candy tier list for you guys here today as well. And on top of that, we're going to have some beers to taste for you guys, so stay tuned. But before we get to that, Pub Talk is brought to you by Route 11 Chips. Route 11 Chips, the best chips here in the Shenandoah Valley with great flavors such as barbecue, Chesapeake crab, and salt and pepper. 25 plus years of being in the business has led to some damn fine chips. So check out your local stores to grab your bag today. Okay, lights, beer, action. What just happened, but it's okay now.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Lucas, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I don't know.
On the third mic, man.
I don't know where Viggs is.
Well, he had his wedding shower.
At the moment.
His soon-to-be wife. They had a wedding shower, and we went over to it. Yeah, who the hell would be getting married?
People like women. Seriously,
yeah.
You guys are weird. Anyway. So today we're going to have a little bit of a shorter show, a little bit more laid-back show. We're going to talk about some football, but not so much about football, have a little bit more laid-back show. But we do want NFL did release their schedule. This is for the upcoming season. And you may be asking, well, they release one every single year, but what about this one? Well, this year there's 17 games. There's not 16. You have another game that is put into the schedule now. So that's a pretty big deal because it was just decided back in March that would happen. And if you're curious about like how this type of thing goes down for the schedule, because you're like, well, who are you guys going to be facing if you have a specific? First off, you have your home and away in your division, whether that be the North, South, East, or West. You have your home and away, so you have 6 games. You face each team twice, home and away. Then you're going to face the 4 teams from an opposite division in the NFC or the AFC, depending on which one you're in. And that goes on a rotating schedule. Every 4 years, you're going to face that conference. The Steelers, they're in the AFC North. They played the NFC East. We're going to play the NFC North this season coming up. So next season, it'll be the South or the West. I forget which one it is. But you get the point of what I'm saying. And then you're going to face 4 teams from a rotating conference in the AFC or the NFC as well, so in your same conference as well. Then here's the other one. You're going to have 2 interconference games based on the prior year's standings from where you were. So those games are depending on if you finished in first place, you're going to play another first-place team. If you finish in second, you're going to play another second-place team. But that all comes back from last year. It doesn't come from this upcoming season. So if you're an awful team and you're about to face a pretty damn good team that was awful last year, well, you might lose that game now. And then here's the kicker now for the 1/17th game. 1 interconference game based on the prior year's standings on a rotating 4-year cycle. So these games, it's the same deal, but it's in an opposite conference. So it's not in your conference this time. So it'll be from the NFC if you're in the AFC and vice versa. So
now, correct me if I'm wrong. There's only 2 preseason games now, though, correct? That was kind of part of the agreement. They had one more regular season game to take away 2 preseasons.
Take away 2 preseasons. I think that's what they ended up with. Let's double check it if we can pull it up. If I got my computer here, let me draft something.
Yes, it will feature 3. It will feature
3 preseason games,
instead of 4. That 4th one was always a weird one too, because it would always be the one where it's like, listen, you either got the job or you don't, and if you play in this game, well, it's your opportunity to make sure that you do have a job. That was always what the 4th game was. So now instead of 4, it's 3. But as I said, you have 17 games now. So they took one away from the preseason to add on to the regular season, which is fantastic, I feel.
Yeah.
So, and also this year, the Super Bowl will be held in Los Angeles, California. So it's going to be at SoFi Stadium.
At the new SoFi. What they say that cost like $4 billion or
something
crazy
like that.
number?
Absolutely insane. But
Yeah,
the
but
building's absolutely spectacular,
It's
though.
stunning when you
is.
look at it.
And then the
God.
following season, it'll be in Las Vegas, is where it'll be held.
Wow.
So-
The Super Bowl in Vegas?
Oh,
That'll be a
that'll
wild,
be a
wild
one.
weekend.
That'll be a
Wow.
crazy one.
Yeah.
So where does the season begin? Well, it starts with the Buccaneers versus the fucking Cowboys. So you get the Super Bowl champs first.
Yeah, but and I saw some sort of article about that, and they were like, this is going to be more of a referendum on Dak's return than it is freaking Tommy B's freaking quest to repeat. But I for the life of me, I don't know. I don't. How do
So
you
right now, where you stand, you have no shot in hell at winning this game right now for the Cowboys.
You think?
As of right now, yeah. You're telling me that you're going to go up against a team that is going to have a full offseason now, by the way.
Yeah.
They're going to have a offseason with every single player.
Every critical starter returning.
Every single player back for that team. On top of that,
On top of that, yes.
On top of that, you're also going to develop some new fucking strategy on top of that,
Yeah.
and you're going to have a full offseason once again.
Is that game in Tampa?
Yes.
Oh, Cowboys have no chance.
They're the hosting team.
Yeah.
This isn't like a Denver Ravens situation where Baltimore had to fly to Denver that one
The
time.
Bears play in Tampa, and I already got my hotel.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That is
I'm
awesome.
going to go to Tampa. So far, I've already secured the hotel. Now it's a matter of there's a new airline that's leaving out of Richmond, has flights too, and they're cheap. But now, so it's a budget kind of thing, and I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to go to Tampa and watch the Bears play Tampa.
Phil just fucking crushed that ball. I love it.
Dude, he's got a 4-shot lead.
He just fucking crushed it. And he was in a terrible spot.
All right, that's enough of talking about golf on this show.
I'm so
okay?
sorry.
It's
I
fine.
had to marvel at that.
You can say that.
You know, he's 50 years old. I think he turns 51 soon, and he's just freaking flat out.
And you're over 50 and has had shoulder surgery.
Yeah, and I
so.
couldn't do one. I couldn't do one damn shot that he does. Not one.
So speaking of schedules, though, you
Other than
have
maybe fight him. Maybe I'd probably fight Phil without a problem.
you have a strength of schedule that comes out every single year. Now, this correlates back to what happened the previous season
Right.
of the opponents that you will face in the upcoming season. So they go with the strength of schedule by correlating it back to those teams.
Yep.
On the docket for the number one hardest schedule in the NFL is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have the hardest schedule in the NFL.
155
Where's
and
your bitch-ass
115.
team in here, okay? Where's
Their combined records for their teams on their schedule are 574 win percentage.
You're tied for 13th. So
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
in the
that's on the top half.
Middle
tough
of the pack.
schedule.
You know what I mean? No, but
That's what kind of schedule you want.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not number one. At least we're number one in something. Haven't
Right.
been that in 13 years.
Right. And so, but that's the thing is, if you're not in that top 5 or 10 teams,
Just like they are. The Bears are number 3
the
in
Bears
the
were
toughest
ranked
schedule.
third. Yeah.
So you get Justin Fields, and it's like, yeah, you're about to go face, some of the best teams in the NFL
Well,
right now.
it's based on last year's schedule.
I know.
Their wins, and there was only a difference between the Steelers and the Bears of 6 wins. That's it.
Wow.
Their team's opponents. So the Bears had a 550. Their opponents had a 550 win percentage.
The whole NFC North is like in the top 10. You have
Yes.
then the Packers, then the Vikings, then you have the Lions who are tied for 6th.
You
literally have the entire NFC North in the
CJ
top.
said that, and we were talking about the strength of schedule for some of these teams, and I looked in like 3 different places. Now, the only one that's even remotely consistent is the CBS poll. Mm-hmm. But I was looking on the Athlete. I looked on another site, and both all 3 places for 3 or 4 places I looked. Every one of them picked the Steelers as the number 1 with the toughest schedule. But from there, nothing was the same. Like the number 2 team is either the Raiders or the Ravens. The number 3 team is either the Lions or the Bears. The 4th team is the Bengals or the Lions. So they just keep freaking. I guess I don't know how they agree and not agree. How hard is it to calculate what the team did the previous year? And then
apply what's changed over the offseason to
Right,
it.
right.
I feel like that's kind of the most questioning factor.
CBS did the best one because they showed you the records, ranking the records all the way down. And so that to me shows you statistical evidence.
I'm also not surprised that it's Philly who's in last place because, well, they did play in the worst division in the NFL last season. I mean, think about it. They played. We saw. Did the WFT go 8-8 or 7-9?
They went 7-9.
7-9. So we have another situation like that. The fact that the Eagles could have still gotten first place, like with 3 games left in the year, that's all
as bad as they were.
Yeah, exactly. That was a head scratcher there. But anyway, they are 32nd. The Buccaneers, who are the reigning Super Bowl champs,
they're down there too.
29th.
29th.
They literally get the 29th easiest schedule as of right now.
I know. And that's crazy. You have the defending Super Bowl champions with the 3rd easiest schedule of all teams in the NFL.
So because of how hard the Bears' schedule is, do you believe, Coach, that will affect when Justin Fields gets in? If he's not the Week 1 starter? Because you got to think at some point he's going to come in the middle of the year if he's not the Week 1 starter.
I think it all comes down to what's going on with CJ's favorite player, the Red Rifle.
Oh, okay.
I think it all comes down to
he's
him.
not my favorite. Joe Flacco is. He's my favorite.
Okay, your second favorite.
He's second. There we go. Make sure we understand
I think it comes down to how well he plays. Because if I'm Nagy and Ryan Pace, I don't know that I try and play Justin Fields. Is that really what you want to do? Is that the end game that you want to do? Is put him on the field?
At the same time, I feel like both of their job securities are so low that if they start off losing with Andy Dalton,
right? Okay, I could see that.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Right. I think at the earliest, Week 6 is a possibility. At the earliest, I don't see him playing before that. Mm-hmm. I don't see him like Justin Herbert.
Well, do you see Big Dick Nick going in then?
He's still on the team. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't see that as a major thing. I think that if things go well and Andy Dalton, has a reasonable production, that Fields doesn't play at all, and that if there isn't any, how injuries pop up all the damn time.
But we also could run into another Carson Wentz situation where literally they know why they drafted him, and they were like, because you think back to that preseason, it's like, yeah, Carson's not the starter.
Right.
What was it, Sam Bradford?
It was.
Was it Sam Bradford?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Sam Bradford's the starter. And then, boom, after the preseason, Week 1, he's like, no, Carson is the starter.
Yeah, Sam Bradford was just I thought he walked out there with a freaking little hover round. He was like so damaged. Yeah. Such damaged goods playing. It was like they set him up for that. And I don't see that with Andy Dalton at this point. I just don't. And maybe I'm wrong.
I would like to. But, yeah, you're right.
I don't see putting him out there as a benefit in any way unless you're Week 6 and you're 2-4. And then you're like, we got to shake something up, and it ain't Nick Foles. It's just not. That's not the answer to me. Anyway, so, yeah.
Okay, but also you have to think about, your team also as well. Is Allen Robinson going to put up with this shit for that long as well?
Yeah.
Is he going to be? Because you never know, what's going to happen in the offseason where, things may lean towards another quarterback starting, and then Allen Robinson gets into the habit of, yeah, I'm not fucking playing for you guys if you start this dude. I'm not doing this.
Right.
You drafted this guy for a reason, and I have faith in it, but I'm not, this ain't happening. Or, who knows? The Red Rifle might pull something out.
Yeah,
I never know.
We talked about this before where, when you examine what he did when he was with Dallas, it wasn't all that bad.
Right.
The rest of Dallas was horrendous. It wasn't that he was that bad. It wasn't at all.
Yeah, they should have kept Gilbert in. Yeah. That's how I feel. No, they should have kept Gucci DiNucci in.
Gucci DiNucci. Oh, my God.
No, he didn't have a good game against that game against the Eagles. I go, you're telling me that he played that game and then you had every intention of keeping him in, and then after that you're like, yeah, you're a practice squad guy now. And I go, what the fuck is this hypocrisy right now? And you just threw him in there and were like, yeah, I want you to run all these trick plays. By the way, you're benched, by the way. I don't get that game.
Right.
That was a weird game to watch.
I'm looking at this schedule, and there's some pretty cool friggin' matchups. No, I'm not saying this
Buccaneers Patriots.
Buccaneers Patriots week 4, right?
I have a prediction about that game. I think the Patriots win handily in that game. I just have a feeling Billy B is going to go out there with a great game plan. And Phil just had another great shot while I was mid-sentence.
Oh.
He's about a foot away from the hole. Playing a brilliant round of golf right now. And it's just
You
taking
really
my
think
attention
that the
away. I'm
Patriots
sorry.
I don't think
They
so. I think it's going to be.
They spent enough money in the offseason, and they made a run.
I just don't think so. I think you know. I know it's a bad analogy, but I think Poe is going to take down Master Oogway. You know, in a way, I think he's going to take him down. Because, yeah, you said, like, you know, Bill Belichick is going to have something. I'm like, yeah, but I think Tom's going to have something in store for him.
Yeah, it's not like it's
The post-game handshake will be the most interesting part.
it'll be a hug.
Yeah, I know.
You think they're going to hug it out?
Oh,
at the end?
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, I think we get the media's version of the way Bill and Brady are. They have to be. They spent 20 years together winning. 20 years.
Belichick couldn't win without Brady.
A lot of ego
win.
went into the end of that, though. A lot of ego. I don't know.
What do you mean by ego?
I mean, Bill wanted him gone in like 2017, wanted to move on to Garoppolo. And Bill didn't get his way. And, of course, Brady wants to play till he's 50 now. And so, you know, that's...
You think that's possible?
No, I don't think it's possible. But at the same time, nobody said 45 was possible. But here we fucking go.
But
he's about to go.
But here's my thing. He might have 2 more seasons in and puts him 47 before he just physically says, look, this is the law of diminishing returns. I could stay and continue to play, but my body at 47 years old is not going to recover like it was when I was 27 or 37. So, yeah, I think he plays this year and maybe one more. Depending on how well this goes. If they repeat, he retires. And CJ, who was saying that they thought he would enter the broadcasting booth?
I did.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I know your mother was saying something about it.
I still think that he would be a good broadcaster. I do.
Maybe.
Because I know Tony Romo knows a lot, but also I think Tom Brady has a good fucking personality as well.
Yeah.
Like he's a very well-spoken individual.
I said he's going to model Armani suits.
I think it's more likely he models or something like that. I just don't see him wanting to be in the booth.
Yeah.
But I
That's just me.
I also know that, like, if you look at Tony, he retired, but it's like he couldn't get away from football.
Yeah.
I still see that for a lot of guys. It's the
you
same
know,
thing for Gronk. When he retired, let's go with that. You know, he was still an analyst for for Fox, excuse me. And so, like, I see these guys just saying, like, yeah, I'm retiring from football, but not retiring. Hell, look at Tim Tebow. Okay, he's already out there practicing now.
Yeah.
He got signed. They can't stay away forever.
Yeah,
it's a cult.
Right.
Sorry.
I'm thinking about this whole Brady thing, and maybe is an extension, and because you know how much Tony Romo is respected for his analysis during the game. You know, he's more popular as a broadcaster than he ever was as a player.
No question about it.
And he's got a great personality for that. Does that help? Does that draw Brady into this and say, hey, this is something I want for myself too? So. You got to have that.
And on top of that, you know, he would literally have to work 4 months out of the year. He would literally have to work 16,
he wouldn't have
17,
to work at
18
all
games.
Between his wife being a multi-hundred millionaire and him being $100 billionaire.
But like I said, he would literally have to work from the freaking September to February if he got the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, he would have to work half of the year. And then you have... I'm trying to think of. You have any other games?
Yeah, I did. So we definitely picked that one up. I'm trying to go early in the season, and Bills and Chiefs Week 5. The Bills need to make a statement here, and you're going to see what the Chiefs are made of early on. But that's a big matchup. You have to prove that you can hang with Kansas City if you're in the AFC. You just have to prove it. One way or another, you have to prove it.
It was amazing to me how much the Chiefs were able to
ahead.
revamp their offensive line.
Right.
I mean, I didn't think they'd have any money to do that, and somehow they pulled it off.
Right. Well, the thing also is Week 2 is the Chiefs and Ravens. So there's going to
kryptonite.
Yeah, kryptonite.
That's what they always say. It's their kryptonite.
They picked the Seahawks and the Packers, Rams and 49ers.
They still relive that freaking nightmare of an officiating.
But here's one.
Here's
A good one. Rookie number one versus number one from 2 seasons. So you got freaking Joey Burrow versus what's his name?
That is
Trevor
an awful
Lawrence.
game. I don't care what you say.
I'm just saying, it's a matchup that people will want to watch.
Right.
That the Jags are playing in Cincy, week 4.
This is an awful game. I get it, but
yeah, what they're trying to do is just get a little intrigue. What else is there? Bills at Chiefs. We already said that one. Browns at the Ravens, week 12. Once again, the Browns have a kryptonite in the freaking Ravens, and
yeah, they have
They
been.
play them twice a year.
yeah. And it's a Sunday night game. What else is out there? Bills at Buccaneers, week 14. Packers at the Chiefs, week 9. And that puts Aaron Rodgers versus Mahomes. If
he
Rodgers
plays.
even fucking plays.
If he comes back,
You think he throws a hissy fit and says, I'd rather not play and do Jeopardy rather than play NFL football?
I really actually believe Aaron Rodgers when he says he will not play.
You do?
I do. I mean, he's 37 years old. I think he's setting himself up already for life after football, and I think he's at a point in his career where if he doesn't get what he wants, which is obviously a lot, he seems like a very high maintenance type of guy.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Regardless, I think
for a
he
guy
will.
who came into the league the way he did and was sheltered behind
Brett Favre.
Favre. He was sheltered, and then all of a sudden he blazed his own path, and that's great and everything like that. But at this point, you're not bigger than the game.
No.
You're just not bigger than the game, and so
Yeah,
it's just like somebody wants you to play. You're contracted to play, and because you don't like the situation, you take your ball and go home. That's why I don't like that fucking guy.
I know he's old as shit and he should retire, and I do believe it. But that's why I still love Ben, is that he doesn't want to stop.
You don't see that out of
and he always says, I'll take less money. He even did it. He's like,
Brady did it.
Just give
Brady
me less
did it
money.
multiple
I want a
times.
better team. I want to win this thing.
And
so
Brady
much.
doing it, it may be the biggest reason why that no one talks about why that the Patriots were a dynasty. He was not even in the top 10 of highest paid quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, we talked about that on the show.
Right.
We talked about that on the show that he did get big contracts, but in terms of what it looked like to the other quarterbacks,
Absolutely.
he was a freaking mid-tier guy, and he's like, there's not a mid-tier guy, a mid-tier guy, but he did it so that he could have guys like throwing to Randy and,
Right.
and helping guys like Edelman and who's the other guy? I always forget.
Wes Welker?
Guys like Welker
Amendola?
and Amendola and guys like that help them get a few extra bucks and pay guys that protect him to make sure that his
Right.
O-line got paid.
You literally had a guy. Imagine having a guy like Joe Tooney on your line
Right.
and now he's gone to Kansas City, as you said.
Right.
They
Right.
signed his ass in a heartbeat. Yeah. And
But so those are just a handful of games that came up. I was going to look through the preseason games, and I was like, you know what? The freaking top guys aren't playing in those preseason games. If you got a 17-game schedule, you're not fucking dicking around with that at all.
Are there two
You're just not.
buys, or is there just the one buy still?
I don't know. I think there is
It's still the one buy.
It's still.
Okay.
I think so.
I know that was like a part of the proposal that the Players Association wanted. They wanted if you give us one more game, give us one more buy. Obviously, that didn't turn out for them.
Yeah, but the teams benefiting from this couldn't have, when you think about who they are, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Colts, the Jags. Some of these teams needed a lighter schedule after the 2020 season they had where they got battered. Not so much the Colts, but the Jags. Obviously, the Eagles were brutalized, and the Cowboys, after Dak goes down, were just a shell of their former self. So I looked for freaking Dallas to make a jump this year. I'd like to think they did.
Well, yeah, with Dak being back and shoring up some of the missing pieces in the offseason, I think it will.
So the way they're handling buys this year is that it's at a specific time in the schedule. From week 6 to week 14 is when buys will happen for teams. Because usually you could have teams at like week 4, and then you could even have teams at like week 15 or
Right.
Yeah, you could literally have teams who just they don't have a chance to play in the playoffs because that's when they drew the straw. So the way it's handling is that it says bye stretch from weeks 4 to 12. Then you had weeks 5 to it's like it was all over the place. This year it's from week 6 to week 14. So
nice week 8 or week 9 bye would be the most ideal, I'd say.
well, for you guys, it is going to be on the week 13.
That's too late.
Well, tough shit.
Yeah. Disappointing to hear that. I haven't even looked
Pittsburgh
at the Titans
gets week
schedule.
7.
See, that's a good time.
The Bears
range,
get
too.
week 10.
Yeah, well, that's what you need. Is you almost need it either right about halfway or just after the halfway
Right.
point. Kind of take a deep breath and go, hey, this is where we're at. So, well,
I don't even
Phil,
see the oh, there they are. I was like, where are they at? Okay. Anyway, anything else you want to touch on before we get to our big tier list here?
No, I was trying to look at what the schedule was for our particular teams and what they faced early on, and I was just trying to draw it up, and my computer was just spin. The Bears start out, it's not a bad. They're 3 and they played Tennessee in preseason game week 3.
Oh, nice.
So they're going to get a nice test right away with Miami and Buffalo.
Oof.
Yeah, the first game of the season is against the Rams.
I'll be sure to
The
talk
revamp-
smack to you during that
the
big
revamp-
preseason
For a
game.
preseason game, I was going to say.
Well,
talk
Fields is
some mad
probably going to
shit.
play a little bit more in that game. I would imagine him get a little bit more time on there.
So definitely talk shit.
Oh,
too.
definitely.
And yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the first game, and they play freaking Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, Vegas. So there's some good stuff going on there. And then October 24th, Sunday, October 24th, Chicago at Tampa, and I might be in attendance.
That'd be a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
Sit on the pirate ship. Watch the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'll wear my Bears jersey there, though. You think? Can you?
It's
No.
Tampa. Tampa's not one of those
No,
environments.
but
where
it's
you're
going to be
get
too
jumped.
fucking hot for him. I'm telling you, he's going to sweat through
What
that
week
thing.
did you say?
It's October.
Yeah,
It's
it'll
still
be good.
Tampa, though, man.
It'll be
it's
80
Florida.
degrees.
I'll probably get a Buccaneers shirt or something.
You'll get a Tom Brady shirt. It's fine.
Yeah, I have a freaking Patriots number 12,
Okay.
and I have a New England draft shirt. They're not draft combine shirt. So yeah.
Okay.
We went to Gillette a couple years ago, and it was a blast.
And they lost.
Yeah,
Let's not,
I know.
he
And
didn't
guess
say
who-
that one.
and guess who they
fucking
lost to?
The Bears.
Cam Newton and the freaking
okay.
and Panthers.
All right, so I have another tier list this week. It's going to be candy, so it's a bit of a sweet toother. So I have 5 categories here, okay?
And the
For all
categories
candy.
are
That's a lot of freaking candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you it's a big one.
yeah.
We got Elite right off the top.
Elite.
Always a good choice. An easy second or third option in the middle category.
Better have some. Fucking,
Why is this a candy? And I've never had. because
I
there
love
is
the
some-
never had.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot.
There's
in
some
There's
candies in
probably-
here where it probably will just be Coach and I.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I said,
Or
there's
maybe
a lot of fucking
maybe
candy.
he's
on
had them before. Some of them I looked at the packages and I've never had them. But
Okay.
there's quite a few. Being a kid that I was, at one time, I've probably had a few candies in my life.
And for some odd reason, there's like a duplicate on here, and we can't figure out why. I don't know why. But
so we'll just add it in the same spot
but
or whatever, or skip
we'll
over.
go
it.
ahead. We'll start off with Mr. Good Bar.
Always a good choice.
Yeah.
Solid.
I would say it's a second or third option.
Yeah, it's not you're not going into the 7-Eleven or the Sheets and going, I
Yeah.
got to have a Mr. Good
Yeah,
Bar.
exactly.
You're not doing
But
that.
if it's in the candy bowl that
No.
would happen to be in the
No.
middle right here,
Yeah, okay, maybe that.
if that's what you had, I'd eat it.
Yeah,
right,
but
right,
I'm
right.
saying
But
it's
that's like
like
a second or third
Yeah.
choice.
Exactly.
On
That's my
on
point,
the
yeah.
scale of Hershey's, you're freaking plowing the shit out of a freaking peanut butter cup
That's
versus Mr. Goodbar.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good choice.
Yeah,
but
solid
I'm
milk
not going to
chocolate,
argue over
milk
the second
chocolate,
or third
peanuts,
option.
and the one thing is they don't skimp on the peanuts. So
All right, I don't know what
I
this
don't
is.
remember
Hockey
eating
sticks.
any
They're
hockey
like
sticks.
chocolate.
Oh, Pocky sticks.
Yeah, I'll zoom
So,
in.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, so it's like chocolate covered sticks is what it is.
So
That sounds dumb as hell.
Chocolate cream
Yeah.
covered sticks
Yeah.
is what it is. Chocolate
So
covered
they're-
sticks.
yeah, they're like a pretzel snack biscuit kind of chocolate covered thing.
But I've never had them.
Yeah, and I've never had it, but I've had a chocolate covered stick before, and it's not like it's.
Those look thin as hell too. Like there's not
Well,
going to
they
be
haven't
much.
I've never had it, but at the same time, why is it a candy?
Right.
You know, like what?
Yeah.
Why is that going to be a candy over some of this other stuff? I'm going to put down here still because we've never fucking had it.
Right.
All right. Have you had a 100 grand bar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's got a like a Rice Krispie kind of thing to it. It's awesome.
Okay. Where would you put it?
$100,000? The 100 grand?
100 grand bar.
Oh man, that's solid, Mr. Good Bar too, in that Mr. Good Bar range.
I've personally never had it.
Yeah,
it's
I've
really
never-
good. They got like a Rice Krispie with caramel mixed in it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's a pretty good bar.
I'll put
and
it
I'm
in here,
I'm
then.
thinking Mr. Good Bar.
Okay.
I would probably eat 100 grand before I ate a Mr. Good Bar. How about that?
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Laffy Taffy.
Oh, everybody's had that.
I've always a good choice to me.
Yeah.
It's always a good choice.
I think it's an easy second or third option. I don't like
Yeah.
how much I have to fight with it to pull it. So I'm going to go an easy second or third choice.
I'll go along with that because there are some flavors where I'm like, look, it's already hard enough on me and it's very lemony, and I'm not liking that right now. I'm not liking that.
Yeah.
Hershey's Kisses.
That's elite.
That's elite. I like you
Elite?
could pound,
It's
dude.
elite.
You
No,
could
we're
pound
just
a
saying-
handful.
I know,
of
but
those.
you're acting like that's the only thing you had. If you're going into a store, are you going to buy a pack of freaking Hershey Kisses?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Without hesitation.
What? Yeah. you're crazy. If you see a bag of Hershey's Kisses in the candy aisle,
I get
you're like,
I get
could
really
pound-
mad that I have to unwrap this little thing and I get a
I
little
know,
piece of
but
shit
that's why
on
you
there.
unwrap like 20 of them, and then you pound them down.
One
not
of the
sa-
coolest parts about Hershey Park is you can go into their gift shop and they have a giant Hershey Kiss, and like inside of the chocolate kiss are more tiny Hershey Kisses. It's a beautiful invention.
So you get it's like
the
picture in
sweetest
picture.
place on earth.
It's like picture in picture in picture.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
All right. Well,
What about you?
I'm not freaking going into a store going, "Ooh, I gotta have kisses." No,
Okay,
I'm not
well,
doing
we
that.
gave you the 100 grand bar.
Yeah.
We're putting Hershey's Kisses
Oh
up here.
my god.
Snow caps.
Okay.
the hell is that?
Snowcaps. It's a movie candy.
I am.
It's
no.
It's
No.
not one of those things where you're going in there. It's probably a second or third choice. It's not why is this candy?
I don't. I am. No, I'm right there with why is this a candy?
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
well.
I'm not
I mean,
taking it
it's
over
not-
a Hershey. I'm not taking
No.
it over a Hershey bar or any. I'm not
No.
taking it over a Mr. Good bar.
No, I wouldn't either. So yeah, I mean you can deal with that.
Like Junior Mints, I will take fucking Junior Mints. Like I really will. Snow caps, no, I'm not. That's just it's disgusting. I feel.
All right. I think that's a little weak sauce, but
Butterfinger.
Why is this a candy? Disgusting.
oh my
Oh
god.
my god! Now
Disgusting.
listen.
You're not a big
I-
fan?
I like
No. Gross.
the. I'll give you this. Some of the consistency is weird, but I will say I think it's an easy second or third option.
Terrible texture, average flavor, not good enough for me.
All right, Mel Kiper. Jesus Christ! This dude just labeled off its weaknesses and strengths right off the top.
Yeah, I'm probably eating 100 grand before I eat one of them.
All right, well-
but it's not a bad choice. I'm just thinking where
It's not a
I'm
bad
I'm
choice.
I'm not dropping it in the freaking toilet bowl like freaking
All right. So
Yeah.
Lucas here.
I don't know what this next one is. Cabernet. Is that Cabernet?
Dairy milk?
Yeah, Cabernet dairy milk. Yeah, Cabernet. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Cadbury. No.
Oh,
Cadbury.
Cadbury.
I've never had it.
The Cadbury makes the freaking all the chocolates around Easter time.
That's the same fucking thing. So what? Have you had it?
I've had Cadbury candies, and it's not like once again I am not going into a Sheets and going, oh hey, I'm not picking that over a Reese freaking big cup. Ain't happening.
Yeah. Okay. But is it bad or like?
No, I would not say it's bad, but I would not say why is this candy.
I wouldn't say. Okay, I'm gonna add it. Can I add another category? Like I feel like there needs to be
There needs to be bad fucking candy.
Yeah, there needs to be like a. Did I just fuck this up? Okay, hold on. Why is this? What did I just do?
I don't know. I have no idea what you're doing.
Move that up. There we go.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I need to like add another row.
Can you add one?
Add a row below. Yeah, there needs to be like a.
Bad.
You need to
fucking
move
can.
that.
This is like
A bad idea for candy?
a bad. There needs to be.
Well, you
like,
said was why is this
Okay.
candy?
But I need to be like
It's just bad.
bad candy, bad candy, and then you have why is this a candy?
Which is the
Because-
worst of the worst.
Yeah, like I think because I can't put it all into a second or third option because I would put it as like a fifth or a sixth option then. I just would. So I'm gonna put it as bad candy then. As we're watching,
I got it,
Phil's screwing it up now.
He's clinging to a 3-shot lead.
So Reese's Pieces,
Elite.
like I'm right there. It's
Crush
like
a whole bag of
you
them.
could crush a whole fucking bag.
Well, the bag's not like that big, but are we talking about family size bag you're going to destroy?
No, I'm just talking about a bag of
the little
Reese's
peanut
Pieces.
butter ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had them?
Yeah, I've had Reese's Pieces. I'm just not a fan of the size of them. I'd much rather have a peanut butter cup rather
Okay,
than.
but it's like
little-
having a handful of M&Ms. It's literally like that.
I actually find it more convenient because of its smaller size.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're kind of a sick freak if you get like if you get a peanut butter cup and you eat about half of it and you're like, I'm gonna put the rest of it back. You can't do that. Whereas with Reese's Pieces, you
Who
could eat
does
half the
that?
bag, seal it back up, and go back to it later.
Who does that though?
I'm
who-
just
who-
saying, like,
nobody
if you,
does that.
I
was gonna say,
understand
we're
that,
not
but,
freaks in here like
but
that.
like you
I'm
can
crushing
stop
the big
whenever
cups.
with the Pieces. Whereas if you take that first bite with a cup and you regret it, too bad. You got to finish it.
Yeah, because I am.
But if you can't eat 2 bites of that fucking thing without knowing what it is, you are one weird person. You really.
I agree.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
just
not.
telling you.
I'm just for my flavor. I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking elite, but I understand the method. I understand what you're talking about. I get it.
I'm gonna put it here though because
It
like,
is really good.
If I had a choice of a Reese's cup over a Reese's Pieces, I still would take like the big cups, like the big Reese's cups. I
Yeah.
really would. But it's always like if I see it, I will 100%
Right.
choose it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, Arrows. Is that AERO? I've never had this thing. It looks like what is that?
Looks like a turd.
Is that Jello?
What does
No,
it say?
what is that?
It literally looks like a turd, CJ.
Oh my God! How do you?
Nestle?
Therefore,
that
why is it a
Nestle?
candy?
No.
What is it?
I think
What is it called?
AERO candy. Just put that.
All right, the Nestle Arrow. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. I've seen this. It's like this giant bar.
Bar of what?
Bar of turd.
It's a bar of chocolate. You can get them in mints. You can get it. They got this milk chocolate bar.
I've never had it though.
Nah, I'm not saying it's not going to beat a Hershey freaking chocolate bar. It's just not.
And then Milky Way.
Always a good choice.
Yeah.
Solid,
If they don't
respectable.
if they don't have a Snickers, I'm going freaking Milky
But that's
Way.
like a second or third option.
right,
though.
right. Always
don't-
a second
like,
second choice. So you putting freaking Milky Way with Mr. Goodbar?
Okay, then yeah, I'll put it as a good choice then.
Yeah, it's a
I'll
pretty
put it. I'll
decent-
put it higher than
Right.
a Mr. Goodbar because yeah, is that Spree? Have you ever had Spree? Is that like sweet tarts or something? No, what is that? Original Spree? Some of these candies, man, you have.
It just looks like a fruit ball.
Yeah, it looks like fruit balls. Original Spree.
Never had them.
Okay,
But they've been around for a long time.
we'll just put them there though.
They've been around for a long, long time.
All right, Fun
According
Dip.
to this, they've
Really
been around
bad.
since.
Bad candy.
What's
Fun
it?
dip.
Fun Dip's kind of a waste.
It's
guess.
too labor intensive.
Exactly. I
I gotta
agree.
tear something open. I gotta lick this vanilla stick, and then I gotta put it in a bag.
I'm licking
Whatever-
flavored sugar with a vanilla stick.
I was going to say whatever that
and I'm just
stick
going to
is-
make a big mess. Not
Whatever-
worth it.
Whatever that stick is made out of
Not
is a
worth
danger
it.
to human society. Okay,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It is the weirdest thing.
Yeah, not a big fan of that.
No. But it's not. Why is this a candy? I understand the concept of it,
Right.
but it's still bad.
Okay.
Jolly Ranchers.
Oof.
Always a good choice.
Always a good choice. You just gotta you throw them on the desk.
I'm
there.
at elite, but I'll go always a good choice.
Always a good choice.
Every single flavor I love.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Every
Absolutely.
single one of them.
The blue.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I'm not a big fan, and this is just me. I'm not a big fan of the cherry, but I can dig a watermelon,
Dude,
a green
what?
apple. Yeah, that cherry just got an oddball
That's
taste.
the best one.
No, it's
Oh
not.
my goodness.
Not even close.
That is the
And I
best
won't eat a
fucking
grape one. I won't eat grape.
God, how many fucking times am I gonna have to zoom in on some of these fucking
Runts?
Runts. Yeah,
I've
you've
never-
never had runts with the little freaking. They're like little miniature fruit,
No.
and then they got a little sweet tarty candy kind of thing to them. They're okay.
No.
It's
Okay.
It's not a great second choice or anything. It's probably below
So,
Mr.
like-
Goodbar.
So like
Yeah, it's
bad candy. It's just not like I'm not gonna
there's
get it,
nothing
man.
there's nothing that grabs you about runts that goes, oh, these things are dynamic.
And I
No.
think its name doesn't help it out.
right.
That's a terrible name.
Reese's Cups.
No discussion about this. Just put it at the
Just
top.
put it at-
Let's not waste time with this.
I could eat one right now, and I haven't had a Reese cup in almost 2 years.
Once I get
come
started,
on, you've had a
once
big
I get
one.
started, I can't
You've
stop.
had a big cup.
When?
You have a secret stash. I
No,
know
I
you
do not have a secret stash. I don't do shit.
Swedish fish. Honestly, yeah, I'm in the middle.
I'd say second or third option.
I used to eat them a lot back when I was really young because, like, I would go with him to football practice and he would always have some. But, like, I've lost my flavor taste. I just lost my love for them. It's like a second or third option.
What
for
is?
me. Swedish fish.
What?
Because I ate so many.
Elite. Yeah. They're
Elite Swedish
Elite?
fish?
Swedish fish are awesome.
I would have
They're
thought that you
awesome.
would have
I don't
given
mind.
up on them or something like
No,
that.
I don't eat them because they're freaking they're nothing more than sponge gooey sugar.
All right. We'll meet in the
But
middle
they're
then.
yeah, you know, they're really not. They're a good freaking second choice. I just they're enjoyable, but they're like what you said, Lucas. You could eat the whole bag and end up shitting your pants later in the
Yeah.
evening, or you could eat a handful of them, fold it up, put a clip on there, and then come back and enjoy them later on. I think they're actually better when they get a little more stale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gobstoppers. I just think it's bad candy, man.
I do too.
Yeah,
get-
not a huge fan of gobstoppers.
I don't think it's like, why is this a candy?
I think Phil's fucking this up, Coach.
But
No,
like,
he's not.
I just think it's a bad candy.
I think he just hit it in
really
a
think
drink.
it's just a bad candy to have.
I hope not.
All right, Pez dispensers. You guys good over there?
Phil's just fucking it up.
Oh, Phil just dropped into the water.
He's still holding a.
Oh,
got a
because
5-shot lead.
Because everybody else is fucking up too. So
He's
it's
got
all
a
good.
5-shot lead.
So our fuck up's still good. Okay. Pez dispensers.
Pez?
Why is this a
Why is this a
candy?
candy?
Yeah. No,
I'm not
you're
five.
Right. And they're these little tiny candies. And to me, it's too labor intensive to crack a head to freaking make it. And then if it doesn't work out right, you got to break the damn thing apart. And
And the candy is like this big.
Yeah,
it's
it's
literally
just-
like the size.
it looks like a little. It looks like a
Tic-Tac.
little brick.
It looks like a fucking Tic Tac. All right. I know this one is going to be completely different from my perspective, but Twizzlers.
Bad candy.
High five. High five.
Oh, I thought you. I actually.
No,
so for
high
those
fucking five.
for those at home who couldn't see it, I saw CJ's hand go up. Thought he was about to hit me. Then he
no,
said high five.
high fucking five. I hate.
I thought I was gonna get assaulted.
No, you're a teacher.
You looked at me with such a look in your eyes.
No.
The hand came up so quick. I thought he was
No.
gonna just give me a little whack,
I
but he didn't.
hate licorice. I fucking hate licorice.
Oh, I
Black
love
licorice
Oh
and
my,
red
it's
licorice.
the best.
No.
Black licorice is the best.
Tastes like ass.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I could eat licorice, but it's just like without
To me-
puking, but it's just not good.
Dude,
Exactly.
I can,
There you go.
I can just grab a little bit of Twizzlers. Now, once again, I'm not walking into a 7-Eleven or a Sheetz or wherever and going, hey, where are the Twizzlers, motherfucker? I need these. I'm not doing that. So you can put it, third and fourth tier maybe.
Yeah, that's why I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Jelly beans.
Horrible with an A. Actually,
Okay.
why is this a candy?
Like, I agree with you,
Terrible.
but
With
I
an
understand.
A, what does that mean?
Horrible.
I understand.
It's Good thing you
I-
teach
Terrible.
PE.
Yeah,
I completely agree. However, I understand the concept of them though, to where I don't think it's why is this a candy, but it's bad candy.
Yeah, it's bad. Very bad.
Yeah. If you eat even more than like what do you say, Coach?
No, I'm just thinking. I like the consistency, but the flavors have no consistency to them. And so you either have a couple of really good ones, and then all the rest are shit.
Why
So
is this on here again?
you know,
Sorry, I
I'm
just
not a big
noticed
fan.
that. Sorry.
Not a big fan of that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm putting it down at bad candy. Sweet tarts.
Bad.
Bad. I'm
Yeah,
not going.
I would have put it.
Do I
as
want
a
to break my jaw eating some fruit flavored snacks? No way.
I would have put it at
Bad.
like a second or third, but yeah, I kind of
not a
agree
huge
how it's
fan
not.
of sweet tarts.
No, Starburst.
Always a good choice for me. I'm not gonna go buy a Starburst,
Nah, man.
but if somebody's like, "Hey, I got an extra Starburst. You want it? Hell yeah."
You
I'll
want the
Nah, man.
yellows?
Oh yeah, I like every flavor, but no flavor wows.
Nah, man,
is mine.
it's
Yeah,
elite.
okay.
It's elite for me. Starburst, those things it's like chewing gum sometimes. It's so flavorful, especially if you mix the flavors.
You know, I'm okay with I'm not okay with elite, but it's up there, I guess. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind the
Fine.
flavor. I'm serious.
I'll live with that as long as we're not talking like second or third. Because
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
It's a good.
It is a
choice.
second. It's not a third or a fourth level there.
Lifesavers.
That's
Which
the
it
cherry.
depends on the flavor. Fruit is always a good choice. Well, I guess it doesn't really depend on the flavor. Actually, I think they're all a good choice.
Except for the
Likewise.
cherry. There's just something about
That's
taste
it.
bud.
Yeah, I knew there was one I didn't like, and you said it. Cherry. I don't like the cherry Lifesavers.
Yeah.
But
So it's like, is that considered bad candy then? Because you're like,
It's a kid favorite. I don't know if you get older if you're picking Lifesavers unless you're going for the minty ones for fresh breath.
yes, true.
You know, so if you're going as a candy, as a sweet enjoyment, you know, I'm not picking that. I'm not picking it. You know, if CJ was
really
5 years
not.
old, I'd be getting freaking some sweetheart or some.
so where would you put it then? Because I'm on the fence of like, I just don't fucking like them. I think they're a bad candy.
An easy second or nah. I'd say bad candy.
Yeah, bad. It's got to be in that bad candy range anyway.
Let's go with like third or fourth here.
Oh, here it comes.
I'll change that.
Here it comes.
What?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Fucking Phil. Wow.
So he's not fucking up that much anymore.
No, he's gonna bogey this hole though, isn't he?
Skittles.
Elite.
I'm up there too with elite. What about you, Coach? I swear to God, man.
No, I mean it's
I
okay.
swear.
It's okay. I like the consistency of them. I'm not
Tasting
a huge.
the fucking rainbow is delicious.
No, I don't
okay?
mind. I really. My whole thing is, does it have a good consistency? And after
Yes.
that, is the flavor okay?
The one flaw I have with Skittles is sometimes they're hard to chew.
Some of them are hard. Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not saying elite for me because that's just not That's just not my thing.
I think they're fucking elite because the bag, yeah, they don't go stale either. Like
Right.
you could freeze them and they're just as good. Like they're so good.
Yeah.
Gummy bears, Haribo.
Elite.
I'm right there with you.
Gummy bears are top tier. Anybody who doesn't like gummy bears,
The Haribo
we can have a
brand?
little conversation.
Haribo.
Yeah.
Haribo. Yeah.
Any,
Haribo
any
gummy bears.
any gummy bears. Come see me if you got a problem.
I will not raise my hand.
My name
again
is
to-
at Lucas Barb on Twitter if you have a problem.
My
with it.
name. I will not raise my hand at Lucas again because I might get assaulted. 'Cause-
No, I love gummies. So, gummy worms, gummies, you just name it. It's good.
All right. Whoppers.
Bad.
Bad. Not
I'm
a
at
fan.
bad,
Not
yeah.
a fan. It's something about the what are they melted
Maltese.
malted milk balls.
Yeah.
Just something I can't
Nope.
freaking.
Yeah. Nah.
I can't get over.
Not even close. Ring pops.
Too much effort.
Yeah.
Why
is it? a
I think it's
candy?
why
Too
is this
much
a
effort.
candy? It's
Yeah.
like you went out of your way
could've-
to really
could've-
do this.
Right. You could have taken the ring away and made it in the smaller piece of candy in the shape of a ring and sold them just like fucking. What is it?
Okay.
I've
Sour
never-
Bright crawlers.
Disgusting.
You've had
Have
them?
you had them?
Yes.
Oh,
They're
they're
disgusting.
I've never had them.
Not a. I never had them. So
It's
I couldn't
base.
say.
It's just sour gummy worms. That's all it is.
Oh.
So
Bad.
I'll put it as like bad. Okay, I'll do that. I did because I've never had them. I've had Sour Patch Kids. So Okay. Airheads.
Bad.
It's
Like Laffy Taffy again.
Too much
It's
effort.
like, a Laffy Taffy.
I'm not
type
picking one of them up. If somebody said, "Hey, you want an Airhead?" and I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
And after a couple bites, like it starts to be like really
This
like
is too
a
much
chore to
effort.
eat.
Oh, yeah,
It's like a real
exactly.
chore. Yeah. If any of you say any different on this one, I'm gonna fucking punch you guys.
What?
Candy corn.
Why is this a candy?
Thank you.
It's so gross.
Thank you.
You
It's
mean the
actually
the
one of the
Halloween-
worst
you.
foods.
The Halloween candy corn. stuff?
Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah,
worst
we're
foods that
talking
was
like
ever
the
created.
candy corn.
Not just worst candies,
yeah.
worst foods overall.
Yes, absolutely.
It's whatever.
And I'm an expert because I'm behind a microphone.
Yeah.
So.
Could I eat one or two of them? Sure. Am I going to look for them in a store? Absolutely not.
And people who pick them up and give them to kids should be arrested because they're disgusting.
Should be arrested.
I don't see it on here, but I have something that's even below candy corn, and it's fucking Peeps. If I see a Peep, if you shove
Yeah,
a
Peeps
Peep
are
in
bad.
my
It's a
face,
Marshmallow. It's
it
nothing
doesn't
more-
matter
It's
when
just
the
a
outside of it literally tastes like you're eating hair.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Okay, we have cream eggs.
Cream eggs? Never had them. Thank God I haven't.
Have you had them?
No, I'm thinking it's from the same mold as the Cadbury.
Yeah,
kind of
it
thing
is.
With the
It's
cream.
Cadbury.
I probably had one or two along the line, and once again, and when I walk into a store, am I even remotely looking for one of them?
Honestly,
no, I
I'm
am
gonna-
not.
I'm gonna put that as why is this a candy? I'm really because like you literally made an egg and we're like, yeah, let's put some cream in this fucking thing with some chocolate and let's do that. All right, Tootsie Pops.
Why is this a candy?
What?
So stupid.
You don't like Tootsie Pops?
Well, first of all, it takes forever to enjoy a lollipop. And then afterwards, like, let's say you have a red lollipop, and then all of a sudden you have chocolate that's hard to chew afterwards. No thanks, not for me. Why is this a candy?
I loved them though in school. Like I did. I used to love them if I would ever get a Tootsie Pop.
Would you grab one right now?
I mean, if I was given an opportunity for one.
Would you go get one?
Okay. No. Damn, Lucas is getting in my face.
Sorry. I had
The
I had
head
to make-
shaking is a rolling right now. What about you, Coach?
I'll
move it up.
Would
if
I
we
have one? Sure, I would have one. But I'm a bigger fan of Tootsie Rolls than the Tootsie Pop itself.
Okay, fair enough.
No, that's me.
Crunch Bar.
Elite.
Good freaking.
I say it's
snack.
always a good choice.
I would say it was a good choice.
I can live with that.
Not it because I just love Hershey.
It's
Bar.
not flashy. It's just in a
Yep.
it's in a blue, white, and or red, white, and blue wrapper.
Yep.
Not a lot of advertising for it. It's just a good chocolate.
Yeah, it is.
What more can you ask?
Okay, fair enough. Couldn't have said it any better. Pixie Stix.
Pixie Stix?
Yeah, Pixie
Never
Stix.
had 'em.
You've never had Pixie Stix?
No.
Pixie Sticks are nothing more than a paper
It's literally
straw
dust.
filled with sweet tart dust in them.
Yeah.
Sounds like such a stupid idea.
It is like
Yeah.
it's like you rolled a doobie. Let's put this on my tongue now. Like that's literally what it is. You have to cut it open too.
Yeah, I'm not messing with them.
I'm gonna put why is this candy? We got Double Bubble.
Gum?
It's a great minute and a half of flavor.
Yeah.
So if you had an
But-
opportunity between gum, I'd put it as like a third or a fourth option.
Yeah, it's
But
not
I'm
double
really just
bubble.
a trident, spearmint guy.
But
That's
double,
why
last me 15
double bubble
minutes, yeah.
is the king of 2-cent gums.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
So if you're at a baseball game and you're playing baseball or you're involved
There's a
in
whole
coach,
tub of them in the dugout.
right? And so you freaking
Yeah.
pop a couple of them, chew them,
I
and
had
then
'em every
after,
time
like
at
you said,
gym.
half an inning, you're like, well, this gum is no good. You throw it out. But it was good while it lasted.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I used to keep double bubble in my desk at school.
yeah, and
Because I
mean,
would go after lunch, I would freaking chew on a little gum after my lunch, and then I'd be like,
I feel like that's a
before I
bad
went to
idea
class.
to give students, though. I wouldn't
Why?
give students double bubble because you're asking for them to chew it for about a minute and a half, to be too lazy to get up out of their desk to throw it away, and then they stick it underneath the desk.
Yeah, well, you don't have a room with desks.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I will teach health and driver's ed if
gonna
I can get my
teach-
certification.
You're going to teach health?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Tootsie Rolls.
Love them. Love Tootsie Rolls.
I probably like.
I love Tootsie Rolls. I'm not saying it's elite, but I just like a Tootsie Roll.
I think Tootsie Rolls are bad.
Really?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You're
I
you're
don't-
never invited again.
It's
But
just, I
we're
don't like
literally
I don't
on, like, a
like
different-
candy that's hard to chew.
We're on like a different page for this one too, because I'll put it.
I just enjoy
I think
it.
they're good, but I'd put them in like a third or a fourth option.
Okay, yeah,
if I
third or
had
fourth
to.
option. I'm not saying it's elite. I just like them. All right? I'm still going after a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, a big cup.
Yeah.
Every time I come in the store, I'm looking for something like that versus a freaking a Tootsie Roll.
Fireball.
Ooh, I used to love them.
Fireballs.
I used to love them.
They're spicy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
I don't understand people who eat spicy candy. Now, I don't like spicy food, so maybe that's where my thought
It's
process
kind of like
goes.
asking someone, "Why do you do drugs?"
But you know what it is? It's nothing more than a cinnamon spiked gobstopper. So that's
to me,
what
it's
it is.
wise as a candy, but it appears my viewpoint.
No,
is,
it's not. You're not wrong. I mean, who really thinks that a freaking spicy cinnamon freaking gobstopper is even remotely good for you?
The Hispanics
that you're
must
gonna.
have made it because they like spicy food.
Oh,
My grandmother must have made it.
okay. Don't say that out loud. She'll get mad.
Twix Bar.
is it right or left? It's like, I'm just kidding. They're all elite.
Twix.
Yeah,
I could rock.
Fuck
me.
you, Lucas.
I could rock
they're
me.
elite.
I could rock me a Twix in a second.
Fair enough. Snickers.
Elite.
Elite.
Okay.
Gotta rock
Good.
the
We're
Snickers.
all on the same page there.
Yeah.
That, like, if I see Reese's and I'm like, they're out of the big cups, do they have the big Snickers bars?
Do they have the Snickers and almond? Really?
All right. Here's another one. Hot tamales.
Not a big fan.
Shout out Brian Kibler and Tim Combs for this hot tamales. Wise as a candy. It's so bad.
I like
those
them.
two got.
I
those
like
two
them,
wrote me a fake note.
But you know what?
and,
Oh, go ahead.
Those two wrote me a fake note last week when I was subbing there, saying it was from somebody else who had a little crush on me. It was obviously them, the way they were snickering about it when I saw it. But yeah, and then they got me hot tamales, the worst candy in the world. So why is this a candy?
You know,
shout out you two.
all it is a jelly bean, a spicy cinnamon jelly bean is all it is.
That doesn't sound good because
I-
jelly
I-
beans aren't even
But
good.
I'm a jelly bean consistency guy. I like that, and I absolutely love black licorice jelly beans, and that's just one of my favorites.
Bad
But that's
candy.
okay. It's people can feel it's bad candy. We don't all have the same taste
Mike
buds.
and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's rule.
Fuck Mike and fuck Ike. I wish I could have gotten that out clean there. But fuck Mike and I can't say it. Fuck Mike. Fuck Ike. It's a bad candy.
But you know what they are?
I had it. I don't remember what
You know
they
what
are.
they
I tried
are?
to block it out of my memory. It was
You know
so
what they
bad.
are? They're just pill-shaped jelly beans. That's all they are.
Again with the fucking jelly
But
beans,
I'm telling you
man.
what Mike and Ike's are. That's
Get that. So it's going in the bad candy aisle.
So there's Mike and Ike's, and there are Good and Plenty, and there are this jelly bean thing, and they're all essentially the same thing. That's all they are.
Almond Joy.
Don't even get me started. Why is this a candy? I'm just
Almond Joy.
Almond
Peter
Joy.
Paul Almond Joy got nuts. Mounds don't.
No, it does not. You're telling me an Almond Joy compares with the Snickers
I was just
almond?
I was
No.
just singing the song because it was there. I would say a third choice, maybe a third or fourth choice.
You would still choose it though over like a Mr. Goodbar or a Butterfinger?
I'm an almond guy, so probably yeah. But that's just me. You don't have to move it. I'm
I'm
just
putting
telling
it
you.
at bad.
Okay.
I'll put it up.
Okay.
Dum Dum. What is that?
Dum Dums.
Those
Those
are
are the
lollipops.
little tiny lollipops that you get when you used to get your hair cut.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, Dum Dum.
Third or fourth option.
agree.
Yeah, third or fourth. Those are
option.
freaking great snacks for kids at school. I'm
Third
gonna
or
get some
fourth.
Dum Dums for my class.
Sour Patch Kids.
Elite. So good.
I put it as always a good choice.
I don't think I've had them.
They're good.
I just don't think I've had them.
They're
But Lucas was ready to jump on Elite.
well, they're
right
not
there.
like
Yes,
the
they're
sour gummy worms
Uh-huh.
because these ones are actually enjoyable. So,
Okay. All right.
Those warheads.
Warheads.
Oh, don't
I
even
think it
give me-
depends on what kind you get, right?
I like them, but I also think that they are bad candy. I really do think that like
I just don't understand. Like
Yeah.
it was like a challenge when I was like in about
Yeah,
fifth
yeah.
grade to take a warhead because they are so terribly
Oh, yeah.
sour.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so sour that it makes you pucker.
Yeah,
what a
it really
stupid
does.
idea. Bad candy.
yeah, I think it's bad. Have you had one, Coach?
Yeah, I've had Warheads before. I'm not a big fan, but you know, hey, people love that shit.
I know, but they're also they also have been on Fear Factor. So, Hubba Bubba, chewing gum.
Same thing as your freaking Double Bubble. It'll last about a minute and a half, and the consistency of Hubba Bubba, the consistency of Hubba Bubba is less than Double Bubble. It just has a different kind of consistency. It just, I don't know.
You remember You Don't Mess with the Zohan?
Yeah.
Prince, it's not Hubba Bubba. It's Prince Habibu. Hubba Bubba is chewing gum. Habibu, not chewing gum, okay? So, let's put it up there.
All right.
Put it up there.
Yeah, it's good.
Dots. I've never fucking had them.
I've never had dots either.
Dots are hard. How do I say this? Like the inside of a jelly bean has this. I'm using jelly bean because I know, but dots, and I don't think dots have a great flavor to them. They just don't have a great flavor. And if you get one in which the package isn't fresh, those dots will crush your fucking teeth.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I need to zoom in on those balls there.
I think they're just like the fruit balls.
Jawbusters.
Oh, there ain't no way I'm eating that shit.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah. Jawbreakers. There ain't no fucking way.
I'll put it as why is this a candy? Because it's like
everlasting gobstoppers. Fuck that.
I've seen Ed and Eddie, and let me tell you, it's not fucking worth going to get the Jawbreaker. Okay, it's not worth it. Kit Kat.
Elite.
Well, that was fast.
Elite.
But you actually have like. I think you're a sick weirdo if you don't break them off. Like if you eat them, if you take a chomp out of both sides at the same time, you're a freak.
No, I break off two and then break the two into one so you can fold them in half and get them double thick.
That's a good idea, but I've watched in horror people they don't break them. They open the wrapper and just go like on both
sides. They make that
and
noise, They make that fucking noise.
It just makes me sick to see.
Yeah, Kit Kat's definitely up there.
Lemon Heads.
They're solid. They're solid.
I've never had them.
I've had them before. Lemon Heads they're okay.
It's like a lemonade flavored candy.
So and it's not sour.
It's not. It's a sweet lemony flavor.
Then I would try it if I had the chance.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking third or fourth.
The Narragansett lemon shandy.
Oh, that's a great comparison. Yeah.
Right. And so, what do you think of this passion fruit, the mango passion fruit?
Honestly,
it's okay.
It was okay. I mean, I'll never probably go for this again.
You're probably not going to.
But I'm not really a passion fruit guy.
I wasn't even sure what that tasted like.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's a little sweet, but it's not bad. It's not horrible.
How would you? See, the thing is with passion fruit is it's always mixed with something else. How would you describe passion fruit by itself? Is there any way to describe passion fruit, like compare it to something else?
I think it knocked the edge off the mango. Sometimes if you eat a mango, the fresh fruit itself, it's okay with the first couple of bites, but then afterwards it starts to get a little bitter on me, and then I just lose all my flavor for it. But that's okay.
I've never had these, but Maltese.
I've never had
Maltese balls.
Yeah, they're the same thing as like the Whoppers kind of thing.
Oh, so they're bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
Doesn't look like it. All right, Mounds.
Really bad.
Mounds is nothing more than Almond Joy without the almond. That's all it is.
So it's joy, but it's not joy.
It's Almond Joy without. That's what they say. Peter Paul, Almond Joy got nuts. Mounds don't. It's the same candy.
All right, so what is that? Oh, I know what these are. Oh my God, what are they now?
Now and Laters?
Now and Laters.
Oh my God.
Never heard them.
Oh my
I've never heard of them.
I've had them.
I used to go when I was a kid. I used to ask my dad for 50 cents extra, and you could get a pack of 7 for 25 cents at the 7-Eleven.
I've had
and
them.
Me and my buddies used to ride our bikes, and we would go over there, and then we'd mix and match. Somebody would get watermelon, somebody would get apples, somebody would get the grapes, and then we'd all mix them together. And then we just freaking snack on Now and Laters.
I'll say that they're that good as well, but I won't choose them though.
Yeah, it's not like it was a great kid candy kind of thing.
All right, Kinder.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
It looks like eggs. It looks like those cream eggs again. Wherever the fuck they are. Yeah, over here, the cream egg.
No.
That's what they look like. Is the cream egg. M&Ms.
Oh, they're elite.
What are they? Just plain?
Regular M&Ms, yes.
Is there another M&M in there?
No, I know what you're looking for.
Yeah, well, I mean, just saying, the M&Ms rock. I mean, I think you can. They just have a great a great consistency for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Okay, well, here's another. This looks like a fruit cream egg.
That sounds so terrible.
Oh my God.
So, Nerds.
The worst
Nerds-
candy I've ever had.
I
in
just
my life.
had some the other day. A kid had Nerds, and he asked me if I wanted some, and I had a couple, and they're nothing more than.
Are your teeth still intact? Or-
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I just let them dissolve. It's not like I'm chewing them. And so they're just tiny sweet tarts with a.
there's-
It's not great.
I'll put why is this a candy? Because
Thank
it's
you.
like, it really is very fucking tiny whenever they are put into.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like you're chewing on like. It's like you went to a gravel road, picked up some rocks, and just started chewing. For me.
All right, Sour Punch Sticks is what they look like.
Sounds so stupid, but I've never had it. So.
Never had it.
And then Fruit Chews.
They sound good,
Fruit Chews.
but I've never had it. So.
Yeah,
It looks like it's a Jolly Rancher, but it's not a Jolly Rancher. It looks like it's like actually
All right,
like
so let me look up Fruit
Sweet.
Chews. Maybe you probably had one as a kid, but
they look like Jolly Ranchers, but they're not hard.
Fruit Chews candy. Does it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Assorted Fruit Chews.
But I've never had them though, so
Yeah.
I can't really.
Cheap, fairly cheap candy, but yeah.
Yeah, I've never had them, so I can't really give that.
No,
much.
we got to freaking drop that into the
Yeah.
we don't know what the fuck that is kind of thing.
Okay, so that completes our candy tier list, though, and everything that we say
got the
is
beer.
true, and not a lie. Everything that we stand by because we have a mic. So
We have mics and we're experts. So
So I'm going to go down the list again for Elite. We have Hershey's Kisses, Skittles, Reese Cups, Twix, Haribo Gummy Bears, Snickers, Kit Kat, and M&M's for Elite. Then we have always a good choice tier. Reese Pieces, Jolly Rancher, Swedish Fish, Milky Way, Starburst, Crunch Bar, Sour Patch Kids, now and laters. An easy third or fourth option, Mr. Good Bar, 100 Grand Bar, Laffy Taffy, Double Bubble Chewing Gum, Tootsie Roll, Dumb and Dumb Lollipops, Hubba Bubba Chewing Gum, and Lemon Heads. And then that took up the bulk of what we have is the bad candy aisle, where we have, is it Cabunny again?
What?
The
Cadbury.
Cadbury. I forgot. Cadbury Dairy Milk, Fun Dip, Runts, Gobstoppers, Twizzlers. You could fucking fight me into the edge of the world on that one. It is a bad candy. Jelly beans, sweet tarts, Lifesavers, Whoppers, Trolley sour crawlers, Airheads, Tootsie Pops, hot tamales, Mike and Ike's, almond joys, Warheads, Dots, Maltese balls, and Mounds are all in the bad candy section. Why is this a candy? Snow caps, Pez dispensers, ring pops, candy corn, cream eggs, Pixie Stix, jawbreakers, Fireball, two things of cream eggs, whatever the fuck those things are, and Nerds. And then we've had
Nerds.
Pocky Sticks, Arrow Bars, Spree, Sour Punch Sticks, and Fruit Chews. We've never had
So
them. They sound
here's
good.
the thing: if you guys go out to the store, I'm talking to you too.
But that's
Jack,
done now.
If you go out to the stores and you find a Spree or you find some of the Cadbury eggs, you need to bring them to the show so that we can try them.
and then rip them when they're
Yeah, and
terrible.
then when they're terrible, you
I'm
can
not
just
really negative
smash.
today, don't I?
It's okay. You're newly
I'm a little
employed. You're
ti-
allowed to be.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
So, hey, you should see how bad my sunburn is on my chest.
Really?
We were playing beer die this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I wore sunscreen, which I normally don't.
Right.
I couldn't sleep because that's how bad my sunburn is. So a little cranky, but so I
Yeah.
apologize to the
Yeah, it's all
to the
good.
viewers.
It's all good.
Listeners, should say.
Dude, you got a job. Who
That's
cares?
true. I do have a job. So fuck y'all.
All right, there, fucking. All right.
All right.
Oh, beer time. I love it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Stupid ads.
Stupid ad.
Fucking up our flow.
Yeah.
Go ahead though and start talking.
All right, so this is a British beer. This is Young's. It is a double chocolate stout.
Sorry.
Oh, did you hear that? That sounded just like I was getting ready to pour it. It is a stout brewed with real chocolate and natural chocolate flavors. It's not a very potent drink. It's only 5.2% alcohol by volume, which is nothing more than a Bud Light. So it's a double chocolate stout. It's a London, England beer called Young's Double Chocolate Stout. So we're going to take a... Oh,
Double chocolate stout. Oh my God, that is a big can.
oh, it smells wonderful.
Smells like double
Oh,
chocolate.
look at that goodness.
By the way, that candy tier list, I was kind of
Wow.
disappointed.
It looks brilliant coming out of the can.
I was kind of
Look
disappointed
at
with
that.
that
It looks
tier
like a
list, though, because
chocolate
it didn't
milk.
have Hershey
Yeah,
bar on it.
it does.
so.
It looks very milky. I'm sorry, son. What did you say?
No, I said like I was kind of disappointed because that list didn't have a Hershey bar on it, and I was a little bit like, really?
Now it's changing.
Not even a Hershey bar? Like Hershey milk chocolate
Right,
is
right.
elite.
Right. Well, and I think that they had the...
Yeah, you started that trend here,
Yeah.
okay? So I got. Oh my God.
No, that must be the mechanism by which they seal the can.
So you can definitely smell the stoutiness.
Yeah, and it's got a
I don't know
very
if that's a word, but
it's got a very chocolatey
It's
smell.
not, but okay.
all right, going in for my first taste.
Wow, that is.
It's not overwhelming. It's not strong or anything.
It tastes like a cup of coffee.
I would
Yeah.
agree with that
I
assessment.
really taste a cup of
Look,
coffee.
read the label. Read what it says.
It tastes like a
like
a coffee that's got a mocha to it.
Like
that's
a-
what I think.
right
Like
there
when
in the
I-
middle.
label.
Right in the middle.
Okay,
It says
stout brewed with real chocolate and natural chocolate.
Yeah.
Flavor added. Natural British.
What's
Are
the
you
difference between
thinking-
real and natural chocolate? Because they make
No,
it
what
sound
I'm
like two
wondering
different
if
things.
they went dark chocolate kind of thing, and then you'd have
Yeah,
that.
it could be because that's not. Yeah,
That's I'm not thinking milk chocolatey. It's not. You can't characterize it as awful. It's not awful.
no, but man, I don't want to sound ignorant. I don't want to sound ignorant, but it really tastes like a cup of coffee. Like I
It's pretty good, but I want
Yeah,
to go
it's
back
good.
to it.
All right.
You know?
So the whole thing when we taste these beers is, if this is in a cooler, are you going back for more than one?
Probably not.
And
unfortunately
I would
no.
have to agree that I'm not going back and I'm going to hit another one of them. I'm just not. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these cups away
Okay.
and I'll get you another glass and we'll
Okay.
try this next one because it's definitely thick and it's going to ride up in there. I don't
was
want
gonna
it
say,
I don't
you
want
don't
it to
want it to
affect the
mix.
flavor
Yeah.
of the next one.
But yeah, I was kind of disappointed that it didn't have a Hershey bar on there.
Oh, I did notice that too. Very strange because the Hershey bar is
And then-
it's the premier bar that every candy should be chasing.
And
In
then
my
also I like regular M&Ms, but peanut M&Ms are good too. And
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, CJ. You know what is a great M&M flavor though? Peanut butter M&Ms.
yeah.
Those will blow your balls off.
What about the pretzel ones? The pretzel M&Ms.
Those are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the saltiness of pretzels
Yeah.
with the sweetness of chocolate. I mean,
Yeah.
what's better than that?
I'm also.
you know?
What about sour Skittles? What do you think about those?
You're gonna think I'm a freak for this. I've never had them. Not that I'm trying to avoid them.
No,
just haven't had a chance.
They're a rare type out there, but like, I think that they're pretty good. But yeah, compared to regular Skittles, no, it doesn't. So they have 3 more holes to go.
And Phil hanging on a three shot lead. He's got to have a big hole.
We
How
played
does
around.
this sound?
Real quick story. We played around a golf yesterday. On hole 1, my buddy Nick hits a shot, and like this hole we were on was surrounded by houses, but there was woods in between the houses and the hole itself. So my buddy shanks one over to the left, and we're hearing it hit trees, and all of a sudden we hear a different sound, like it was just drilling a house. But it was like it hit roof and then back porch.
Oh, man.
Couple seconds later, we just hear from the woods, 4. So I mean, somebody was on their back porch and almost got drilled. Just thought that was a really funny moment that happened. I played the best round of golf I've ever played yesterday.
Really? You
Yes.
played
I
all
was still
18? 18?
just 9. I was still really bad, but for me, it was the best I've ever played.
So what'd you shoot for 9?
You know, I kind of just lost track, to be honest with you. But still, it was still the
It
best
wa-
round I've ever played.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I didn't want to keep scoring anymore after about
We
hole
played.
6,
We
but-
played on Friday. Patrick and I played with Mr. Knight,
Okay.
and Patrick had one of the greatest bombs I've ever seen off the tee at Sly Fox on number 8.
Wow.
He crushed it, and then he took a little freaking pitching wedge and reached into, and it was amazing how far he hit the ball. He got the downhill roll, and he hit from the bottom out, and he took a nice little pitching wedge, and it was like he's like, I've never eagled a hole, and it was that easy.
Wow. 2
shots on and putt. That was it.
I love to hear that. Shout out, Pat.
Yeah. All right, so here is Adroit Theory. Adroit's Theory is called Still on My Grind. And this is a Mexican lager. It is very lightweight, 4.7% alcohol by volume. This is brewed and bottled right here in Virginia, right here in Purcellville, Virginia.
Oh, that's very close to us.
Brewed and canned by Adroit Theory Brewing Company, Purcellville, Virginia. So this is their Mexican lager. It's called Still on My Grind. So I'm trying to pop this thing. Dadgum, that lid is really... Oh, it's definitely light. It's definitely a light beer. Look how light and clear that is. Nice and light golden look to it. But it is a Mexican beer. Most Mexican beers, especially like Modelo and stuff like that. Have you ever had Modelo's Especial? It's a wonderful beer. Nothing in terms of a... Oh.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but let it finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a little bit at the end, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's not bad.
I don't have much about it.
It's just not. It's not flashy at all.
There's nothing flashy. But going by the rule that we just had with the other one, if these are in a cooler, are you smashing more than one of these?
Yeah. I'd say so.
Yeah.
I think it's light enough. It's crisp enough. There is a little tiny after flavor, just a little bit. But nothing over the top that says that it's an awful beer in any way, shape, or form. It's got a crisp taste to it. Yeah, I like it. There's something coming at the end of it, and I'm not sure what that is, but there's just a little bit of an aftertaste with it. Yeah. But there you go. We had Adroit.
Still on my grind,
Adroit
right?
Theory.
Or still on the grind.
Still on my grind.
Okay.
And then the other one was the Young's Double Chocolate, which didn't exactly have double chocolate. It sounded like more double coffee than anything else. It wasn't an awful beer, but it's not one of those ones where you're going to go back after more on a nice summer day.
It says deliciously rich.
And that could be it. That could be the thing, you know.
But it wasn't deliciously rich in chocolate.
Right. If you like those rich beers, you like those dark beers. We went to the what is it over there in Strasbourg? The little backstage. Is it backstage?
I've heard of it. I've never been there. I think I know where you're getting. If it's not called that, I know where you're getting at.
Yeah. Well, we went over there, and they have a stout called Stauffer Stout. Phenomenal. Smokes this one. Just smokes it. They also have a cream ale and a red ale. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go over there, and I think I'm going to go next week, and I'll go grab some and bring them back, and we'll do them on the show next week.
Right.
But
excited.
I think you'll really like them. They're really good beers. So there you go, CJ. Adroit Theory right there in Purcellville, and Young's all the way from the UK. Not impressing, but if you're a dark beer guy, you might like it.
I won't say that it was like disappointing, but I will say that like, just for my taste, I would not go back to the cooler for a second one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but for an interesting take on a double chocolate stout, I say you passed the test on that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, Viggs could not be here today.
He said he lost track of time, and then he texted us halfway through the show and said, you guys still going on? And I was like, we're on right now. And he's like, damn, I missed it. So I was like, yes, you did. But he had an interesting day. You know, he's getting ready to get married and had his wedding shower.
He's got a new coworker. You know.
Yeah, he's got a badass new coworker.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's been a big week for me.
He's going to be doing math, and you're going to be rolling out balls.
Oh,
so
exactly.
That's okay though.
Yeah, I mean, that was one thing in my interview I said I wouldn't do, and they both shook their head in approval. I said I wouldn't roll the balls. I have a plan for each day.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You got to say stuff like that as a PE teacher.
Really?
Yeah. I went in talking about learning goals and stuff like that. They ate that up. Oh, yeah, they ate it up. But it's true. I mean, I actually meant it. Like, it wasn't just talking out my ass. Like,
Until you get after year 2, then you'll stop.
Nah, Coach, no way. I'm going to do what's best for the students at all times.
All right, kiss ass world.
Okay.
All right. All right, we'll see you back here next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, so.
All right. Well, until next time, guys. Peace out.
Peace
Love you
out.
guys.
See ya.